Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we're going to solve another coolest question, which is palindrome linked list. So basically, what the question is saying, like, we have given a head of singly linked list, and we have to return true if it is a palindrome. Okay, so palindrome linked list. This question is quite awesome. It's quite awesome because, like, if you solve this question, then like in this question we will use three question strategy. So I mean two question strategy. So like third one is this one. Okay, third is this one. So like total, like if you understand this question, then you can do three questions. One is this one, and then we have two more one. Okay. So alright, so let's just see, like let's just talk about like what is palindrome. If you don't know that, I will just give you a quick idea. So palindrome is that, like if I reverse this one, then it will come similarly back like this. So let's say I have something like a b b a. So if I reverse this one, then it will again come like a b b a. Okay, so that's the palindrome is. Okay, alright, so let's just talk about like how we're gonna solve this question. So let me just take you to the whiteboard, and let me just draw it over here. So I have, let's say, 1 2 3 3 2 1. Okay, so I just go for a good test case. So this is a good one. Okay, so let me just point them. Okay, so these are singly linked. In singly linked, we just point to the right one. We can't move to the back one. Okay, so we can't go back to the previous one. Okay, so guys, now what I will do, I have to reverse this one. So if you look at over here in our singly linked list, it is impossible for me to go back to the previous one. Let's say I am pointing on this 3. It's impossible for me to look back at 3. Okay, I can only look by the after 3. I can look back after the 3, which is 2. I can't look back. Okay, so for that, I'm thinking to use something like mid to get this mid, and we will then reverse it. So I will suggest you to watch my videos. I have attached the link in the description for them if you want to watch from my side. Okay, like if you don't want to watch, then don't worry, I will tell you over here as well, like how to do that. But if you want to go deeply inside, like how mid is working, reverse is working, then I will suggest you to watch that video. I have attached the both of the link in the description. Okay, alright, so let's just see like how we're gonna do this. Okay, so what my first job is, to get its mid. So how we're gonna get its mid? Like I will use mid to get its mid. So what I will do, I will create my slow pointer and my fast pointer. My slow pointer will move 1 step, and my fast pointer will move 2 steps. Okay, so what will happen? So I will say my slow pointer will move 1 step. Why it will go over here, and my fast pointer will move 2 steps. 1 2. Okay, my slow pointer will again move 1 step, and my fast pointer will move 2 steps. 1 2. Okay guys, so after this one, I have nothing null. After this one, I have nothing null. Okay, so what I will do, I will check, I will make one condition. I will make my condition in my mid one. I will say if my fast dot next my after going 2 step is null, then I will simply return my slow. I will simply return my slow pointer, because my slow pointer is right now on the mid. My slow pointer is right now on the mid, because we are dealing with this is the even case. In the even case, either this can be the mid or this can be the mid. But we are giving the condition according to our condition. This is our mid, so I will return it. So what will happen after returning it? I can have this one. So what I will do, I will reverse this remaining one. So if you don't understand, don't worry. Just wait what I'm doing. So okay, after getting the mid, what I will do, I will just simply break it. So I will simply break it. Okay. So let me just remove this fast and slow, and now we will use reverse. Now we will use reverse to reverse the remaining one. Okay, so what I will do, I will reverse this one. Okay, so this is my, let's say this is my head, and this is my new head. Okay, my new head, but I have to reverse it. So what I will do for reversing it, I will use my current, previous, current, and forward. So this is my previous, current, and forward. Okay, so I will just represent by PCF. Okay, like this. Okay, so my previous of this is null. So my this previous is null. Okay, so this is my previous. My current is which I am on the head, and my forward is the next one after one. Okay, why I create this forward? Because like if I don't create my forward, if I reverse it, if I simply change its value, then what will happen? I will lose this data. Okay, so to have this data, that's why I use forward. So if you want to go little bit more, if you still don't understand, then I will suggest you to watch that video again, because that's what I'm saying, and the link in description. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, now I will simply say, okay, do one thing. My current pointer will move to my previous one. Okay, so let me just erase this pointer. Now my current is moved to my previous one. Okay, and my by doing this, what will happen? I lose this data. Over here. And I will say, okay, after losing it, what do you do? My current will move over here. My current will move to my forward one. Okay, and my previous will move to the previous current position. My previous will move over here, and my forward will again go to the back forward. So by doing this, I have my data in my hand. Okay, so now similarly I will, what I'll say, my current will point at the previous one. Okay, after doing this, what will happen, I lose my this data over here. Okay, and again my previous will go to my current position, my current will go to my forward position, and by doing this my forward will go to the null one. Okay, so by doing this, like my after this we have null, because like after this we have null, so what will happen, my forward will go to the null. Okay, so my forward is at null. Okay, my current is over here. So similarly I will do the same thing again. So my current will back point to the 2. Okay, by doing this, what will happen, my previous will go again over here, current position, and once my current reach my null, I will simply return my previous, because right now our new head is this one, not this one. So this is our new head, this is our new head. Okay, this is our new head, nh. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's just make like this, new head. This is our new head. Okay, this is our old head, this is our old head. Okay, so I hope you understand like what I did. So like we just reverse this one. So now it's very easy for us to check the palindrome, because like now I will check it from over here, now I will check it from over here. So I will create one, let's say A pointer over here, I will create one B pointer over here. So if they reach the null, then I will simply return it, like it means like with their values are similar and we just get the palindrome. I will return true for that. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this thing is clear. So if you still have any doubts, don't worry, like I will teach you one more case, the odd one. This is the even test case. I will go with the odd case, but after writing the code. So right now our job is to write the code. Okay, so let's start writing our code. So what I will do, my first job is to create my mid. So my first job is to create my mid. So what I will do, I will create my mid. I will say public list node mid node. I will call it mid node. Okay, and this is our head, list node head. Okay, responding initially our head. Okay, so now what I will do, I will create one base condition. I will create one base condition, because base condition necessary to create. Let's say if my base condition, let's say if my head is at null, or my head dot next, if it has only one value and is at null, so what we can get the mid, and the thing like the one is, if let's say one, then one is the mid. Okay, so we simply return head for that. Okay, all right. So now what I will do, I will create a slow pointer and a fast pointer. So my slow pointer is initially at my head, similarly okay, my mistake, and similarly my fast pointer is at head as well. Okay, all right, I hope so this thing is clear. Now I will run a while loop. My while loop will go till my fast dot next not equals to null, and my fast dot next not equals to null. Okay, so I have to like this condition is clear, like why I did this condition, because okay, I think, can we get back? Okay, so we get our code back. Okay, so like I told you, like once I am over here, so once I am over here on this position, so like my fast is at over here, my fast is at this position, so it means like after my fast dot next is null, so that's why I return my slow. So now what I will do, I will return my slow over here. If this condition will come, then I will simply return my slow. So and my slow will move one time, so slow equals to slow dot next by the speed of 1, and my fast will move by the speed of 2. So fast equals to fast dot next. Okay, I hope this thing is clear, and I will return my slow. After returning my slow, I will get my mid. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope this thing is very clear. Okay, so now what my job is? My job is to create my reverse function. So I will create my reverse one over here. Public list node again. Okay, and I will call it reverse. Simply reverse. Okay, so list node at head. So the head as well. Okay. Alright guys, so now what I will do, I will again write this same base condition, because like base condition is very necessary, because like it is very easier for us to deal with the code. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just simply say do one thing, list node make it previous, so that my previous where is pointing at null. Okay, because like it's pointing before my head, because we are reversing it. This node what current, my current is pointing at head. Okay, and my list node forward, my forward is pointing at null, because like I don't know what's the next condition, so I will say it's pointing at null. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope so this thing is clear till now. Okay, so now what I will do, I will run a while loop. Now is my job is to run a while loop. Let me just make it a little bit side so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I hope so now it's visible. Okay, so now what I will do is I will run a while loop. My while loop will run till, I told you, till my current will not reach null. If my current is at null, then I will simply return my previous, because my previous is on my new head. Okay, I hope so this thing is clear. Because like you know what I told you, like if my current reach null, then my previous is on my new head, so I will return my this new head. Okay, so it will return the reverse one. Alright guys, so now okay, what I will do for that one, I will just simply say okay, my forward will be my current dot next. Okay, my current dot next will be my previous. My previous will be my current, and my current will be my forward. Okay, and I will simply return what? Previous. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this thing is clear. Okay, all right. So we just make our two conditions, which is getting a mid node and getting the reverse. Okay, now our job is to get make the palindrome. So first of all, my job is to just simply create a base condition, and I will return true for it, because like you know we are dealing with boolean over here. We are dealing with boolean. Okay. All right. So now what I will do, I will create list node, and let's say I will call it mid. Okay, to get the mid first. Okay. So I will say from where I will get from mid node head. I'll just make a call to my function as well, and I just simply get my mid. Okay. After this, what I will do, I will create my list node new head, which is mid. Okay, which is mid. Okay, you know we get over here, and where my mid is, so where my new head will start initially pointing, my new head will start let me just show it to you. So let's just say on this one, so after getting my mid, this is our mid, so it's just break it where my mid dot next will point at null. Okay, so it will point over here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So I will just say my mid dot next will be null. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope so this thing is very clear. All right, now what my job is to reverse it. So what I will do, I will just simply say new head, do one thing, reverse it. Okay, so just reverse it. So I will say reverse new head. Right, so I hope so this thing is clear. Okay, so now what else I can do? I just have to simply make two pointers so that we can go back and check. So I will just simply create list node. So when you go for the head and when you go for the new head. So when you go for like old head and for new head. Okay, list node. Let's call it A. A is where? A is at my new head. Sorry, A is at my let's say like yeah head. A is at my head. And I will say my list node B. My B is at my new head. Okay. So I will go with the if you still don't understand, don't worry. I will go with one more test case for this one. For this code. Okay. All right, and let me create one. Okay, I will tell you this thing later on. So now what I will do, I will run a while loop. So in my while condition, I have to just make only one condition. I can either make A not equals to null and B not equals to null. It's not necessary to create two conditions. I will tell you why. Okay, so now what I will do, I will say if my A dot val is not equals to my B dot val. If that's so, then what? Then just simply return. If I return, then we have not checked the fully one. So for that one, what I will do, I will break it. But before breaking, what I will do, I will say my result initially is false. So it means what does this mean? Like let's say we reach it over here. Okay, but let's say we have some more elements, so they are not similar. Their values are not similar. So what I will do, I will just simply instead of returning, I will say just break it from over here. Okay, and don't create this list node bad. Okay, so that's why I'm using it. So that's why I told you like I will tell you one condition over here. This condition will be I will create one boolean, call it result, and initially my boolean is true. It means like we get the correct condition. If we don't get the correct one, if we don't get the similar values, then I will simply return for I will just simply say okay result is false and simply break it. I will simply break it. Okay, so this will help in our saving our code. Like okay. So now, so now what I will do, I just create my else condition. In my else condition, what I will do, I will just simply say if the values are similar. Then what you have to do? Just do one thing, just go and check till the end. Okay, so just do one thing, A equals to A dot next. Okay, then it will go till the end, and B equals to B dot next. Okay, and finally return result. Alright guys. Okay, but before returning the result, okay, so, but if I return the result, then what will happen? I will get something like this 1 2 2 1. So this is pointing at this side, this is pointing at this side like this, but I don't want like this. I want like this because I want in my correct order, because like it's very necessary to return it in the correct order. If you return that way, then this is not a good case. You can return like this as well, like in the is pointing the previous one, but in the interviewer he will be happy from you. So if you want to make him happy, then you have to say like, okay, I will just make it again to the normal one. So for that, what I will do, I will simply say, okay, do one thing, just say new head is reverse it, reverse new head. All right, guys. And what else? Then you have to say my mid dot next will be my new head. Okay, I hope so this thing makes sense. Okay, I hope this thing is clear, like how we are doing it. Okay, so that's the code is. Okay, I told you about this condition. Either we can return this or return. I have to either I can put this condition or put this condition. Why? Let me just go for a beautiful test case. Alright, guys. So let me just copy it to my whiteboard. I can show it to you over there. Okay, here we go. Alright. So why I create this condition? Why I'm telling about this condition? Let's say I have my test case something like this. I will go for this test case. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is our or we are dealing. This is our or condition. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So or 1. Okay. So what will happen? My A is at over here. So my first job is to calculate mid. So once I calculate mid, my mid will become this. I will get this one as a mid. And what will happen? I will break it from over here, and I will then reverse it. So they will point like this. So my A is at over here. Let's say my B is at over here. Okay. So what will happen? Once I am checking my A and B, so my A and B is moving like this. Oh, my mistake. Okay. So, alright. So what's happening? My A, oh man, my A is moving 1 point ahead. My B is going 1 point ahead because they are similar. But what will happen now? My B will face at null, but my A is still good over here. But 2 is not our mid. Is not our mid. So what I will do, I will just either write this condition like if my B face the null, then return it, or my A face the null, then return it. So like for the good one, I will say if my B is at null. So if my B is at null, if my B reach null, so this is null. So what will happen? Once my B reach my null, then my A reaches the mid one. My A reaches the mid one. Okay. So I will simply return it. Or it means like we just found like our linked list palindrome. Our linked list is palindrome. That's why instead of writing these two conditions, I can either write this one. So be writing B dot no is the good case, is the good practice. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope so this thing is clear, like how we are solving this question. All right. So now what I will do, I will just simply remove this condition from over here. One. And this is all our code is. So let me just show it to you back again. So what we doing? I just create a mid node. Okay, over here I go for the mid. So by getting the mid, I can reverse the remaining one so that I can easily check whether they are palindrome or not. So I just calculate I made my reverse so that I can reverse the half one. Okay. Then over here what I did, I just simply check the whether it's a palindrome or not by writing this condition. Okay. So let me just run this code, and after that I will tell you this time complexity and all that. Okay. So it's getting a false. I think I just made a mistake. Okay, let me just check. I think I just did a mistake over here. So I have to put mid dot next, because you know, if you look at over here, I just say mid dot next because my next value, because like my next value is my new head and my next value is null. Okay, initially. Okay. So because like, you know, like we are just breaking it so that we can reverse the remaining one after that. Let me just run it now. So I hope so it will now accept. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a very good question. Very good question. So it's getting true. Let me just submit it as well so that I can tell you this runtime complexity, space complexity. All right, and it's accepting very well. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, what's happening over here? So what's the? Let me just zoom it out a little bit now for you guys. Okay, so we have our complete code over here. Okay, and yeah, this is our complete code. Okay, all right, guys. So if I tell you runtime complexity, then you see in this one we are dealing with the time complexity of big of n, and in this like reverse one we are dealing with the time complexity big of n. Okay, now in the palindrome, in this one we are dealing with the time complexity of big of n. In the reverse one we are just reversing the half one, so our time complexity is big of n by 2. All right, and over here we are just simply checking the values from the over half, so it will be again of n by 2 because we are just checking over the half, and over here we are just again reversing it, so it's o n by 2. Okay, so if I sum up all this together, so if I sum up, then we'll get something like this. So n plus n by 2 plus n by 2 plus n by 2, okay, which will be something like n plus 3n by 2. If you calculate it, it becomes something like 5n by 2, okay. And our like 5n by 2, I will just simply remove constant from over here, because again, you know, in the worst case, because like 5 by 2 is nothing, so I will simply remove it and the time complexity will become of n. So this is our time complexity big of n in this case, okay, in the palindrome. Okay, so I hope so this thing is clear. And the space complexity you will ask. So dude, we are in the space complexity is big of 1. Why big of 1? Because we are not using any extra space, we are not dealing with any spaces over here, that's why. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope this question is very clear, because I put my 100% effort to explain this question. If you still have any doubt, I will suggest you just do let me know in the comment section. And if you still don't understand anything, my suggestion is to watch this video again. You will definitely gonna understand, just my guarantee. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. So this video is a little bit take a time for me. Like this is my second take to shoot this video, because in the first take something mess happened over here, so that's why I'm taking the second take. Alright, so whatever, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I love you guys. Believe me, I love you. Take care, bye bye.